I'm so sorry. Is there a beef with dinner dates that I'm just like not aware of? Like, is this like a new thing where nobody wants to go to dinner anymore? Like, nobody wants to do dinner dates? Like, every time somebody asks me on a date, they're like, but I don't really want to do dinner. I'm like, why don't we want to do dinner? Like, do we not have to eat dinner? Like, I just be so confused. And then a lot of the times their reason is like, oh, because dinner dates are kind of boring. Like, you can't really get to know someone over dinner. Who can't? Who can't? I can. And then I start getting a little offended because what you mean you about to be with me and bored? It never gave that. It's never going to be that. Like, we could be sitting at dinner and having a time. We will have a ball. You will get to know me over a plate of whatever. Like, it's just like, and then when you want to plan a date with an activity, it's like, we gonna have to eat regardless, no? The little food at the bowling alley not gonna do nothing for me. Neither is the movies, neither is like Top Golf, neither is an art museum or anything like that. Like, I'm going to need dinner. Like, I'm going to need real food. So is the expectation that I just come like stomach on full? Like, what's actually the beef? Like, I don't think dinner is boring, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm confused. Like, nobody wants to go on dinner dates anymore. I love dinner dates. I'm so sorry. Is there a beef with dinner dates that I'm just like not aware of? Like, is this like a new thing where nobody wants to go to dinner anymore? Like, nobody wants to do dinner dates? Like, every time somebody asks me on a date, they're like, but I don't really want to do dinner. I'm like, why don't we want to do dinner? Like, do we not have to eat dinner? Like, I just be so confused. And then,
you know, we as men, we get tired of spending a lot of money on a date for us to never see a chick again. Now, that's happened to me twice, not recently, but within the last 5 years. And what you realize is the guys that do the most lavish things in the beginning, paying for dinner dates and paying for trips, you get nothing in return. So it's like, why do I have to like invest in you on the front end by spending a lot of money when in reality, we can keep it to yogurt. We can keep it to a walk in the park. We can even keep it to drinks. And over time, if I see that you rocking with the kid and you in cooperation with my operation, then you will get the expensive dinner dates. But the reason why what you're missing out on is we're waking up. We're no longer trying to do that anymore. Because us as men, when we put our foot down and say no to dinner dates, women got to bring all that energy down. Bring that down. We can go get some yogurt because at the end of the day, the purpose of a date is for me to get to know you. A date is not for you to get to know my pockets. As a man, you're dating a couple of women a week. That stuff adds up. So you want to keep your costs low. And then as the woman begins to prove herself and show that she's the one and she wants to be in your life and she's making an effort, then you can reward that with the dinner dates. It's not that we're not doing dinner dates no more. We're not doing dinner dates for women we just met last week.
a lot of the times their reason is like, oh, because dinner dates are kind of boring. Like, you can't really get to know someone over dinner. Who can't? Who can't? I can. And then
I know you can because I'm paying the bill. So of course, yeah, if somebody's paying the bill, of course you can sit there and eat the food and get to know me. You know what I'm saying? But how about we bring that cost down? The purpose of a date is not to eat food. The purpose of a date is to see how is this going to work. So I shouldn't have to spend $200-$300 just to step outside with you. That's insane.
I'm getting a little offended because what you mean you about to be with me and bored? It never gave that. It's never going to be that. Like, we could be sitting at dinner and having a time. We will have a ball. You will get to know me over a plate of whatever. Like, it's just like, and then when you want to plan a date with an activity, it's like, we gonna have to eat regardless, no? The little food at the bowling alley not gonna do nothing for me. Neither is the movies, neither is like Top Golf, neither is an art museum or anything like that. Like, I'm going to need dinner. Like, I'm going to need real food.
As I'm watching this is what we got to think about, right? She's a beautiful woman. Now, I don't know what she looks like without makeup, but she's beautiful, right? But what you got to think about is the more dudes say enough and that get with her and say, hey, you know what? No dinner dates. When you stick to your man as a principle, it sets the tone, right? I'm going to give y'all a story. This might be like a little off track, but yesterday I had a date plan with a chick, right? And I got to the spot that we was supposed to be at. And then, you know, I texted her. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just pull up. Let me know when you get here. And she said, call me. So I called her and she was like, she's still at the crib. Now she stays 45 minutes away from the location. I stay about 5-10 minutes away. So I'm like, what you mean you 45 minutes away? And she was like, oh, I got the times confused, my alarm, all this kind of BS, right? So I was like, okay. So I'm just kind of listening to see what she's going to propose, because I'm just trying to see what you got. So she was like, well, you can either come down this way or you can send me gas money and I'll come out there, but it'll be about 45 minutes. I'm like, first of all, I told her, I was like, I just met you yesterday. I'm not sending you no gas money. But she was like, it's an hour away. Well, at least if you was going to ask me for the gas money, why didn't you not bring that up before this shenanigans happened? So I said, you know what? I don't really think this is going to work out, because either option to me is crazy. Because she was like, well, if you send me gas money, then, you can just go run some errands. What? I'm not finna do that. I was like, no, I'm good. So I was just like, you know what? I appreciate you. I appreciate this, but it's not going to work. And the whole purpose of me telling this story is that as a man, when you stand on principle, women are eventually going to have to put in more work. Now, I'm not saying there's not women out here that don't put in work, but what I mean is women are going to have to put in more effort if they just, once they realize that their looks is not enough. Yeah, you fine, you look good, but that's not enough for me to take you to Nobu on the first date. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it. We can go get some drinks and get some finger food. That's cool. Or I'm spending under $50. That's cool. But I'm not finna be spending $200 on a first date, because I need to see who you are first. Because how do I know I'm gonna even see you on a second date? How do I know that you're worthy of that? I don't care about you being hungry. That's not the definition of a date. Is not saying, oh, I'm hungry, so you gotta take me out. Nah, I'm straight.
So is the expectation that I just come like stomach on full? Like what's actually the beef? Like, I don't think dinner is boring, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm confused. Like, nobody wants to go on dinner dates anymore. I love dinner dates.
Us as men, we're fed up, right? We're tired of paying for these expensive things and we get nothing in return. Now, there's nothing wrong with dinner dates, but dinner dates, traveling, these things are reserved for women that have already proved themselves. Women that are already well into my life and they've shown that they're here for a minute. Though that's what that is reserved for. And a lot of us as men, we started to simp so hard because of how women looks, and we ain't got no other options. So that's why we do the dinner dates, we do the traveling, and that messes up the game. But if we have to take the game back as men, we got to say no to dinner dates. We got to say no to paying for your hair and nails. We got to say no, send me gas money early on. We got to say no to it. If you still at the crib and I'm already at the date spot and you talking about, oh, you can come see me, we got to say no to that, because your looks ain't gonna do it for me. Yeah, you bad as fuck, but that ain't gonna do it for me. It's just not gonna cut it. And that's the thing. I had these talks with my sister, right? And my sister, she'd be like, I can't understand how a woman doesn't understand that men, if a man is dating and he has to pay for the dates, what man wants to waste $200-300 every weekend taking a chick to a 5-star restaurant? Why can't we just go get some ice cream or go get some yogurt or go for a walk in the park? Why can't we just do that where the cost is low and I don't have to worry about burning my pockets? But here's the thing. It's not like I'm not going to spend money on you. As we get to know each other more and more, and I see that you really want to be in my life and things of that nature, then yeah, we can go on the nice dinner dates and we can go on the nice trips. But that's because I know then I have a return on my money. You know what I'm saying? A woman, she wants you to invest up front on the front end, but she ain't gonna give you nothing on the back end. It's all like hopes and dreams. Because she said, I can't seem to figure it out. Why don't dudes want to, I don't want to be hungry on the day. My stomach has to be full. I'm good. Yeah, you got a fat ass and you look good, but that ain't gonna cut it, baby girl. I'm not gonna just take you on a dinner date because you hungry. How about you eat before we go on a freaking date? I want y'all to think about a world where men, now obviously this would never fully happen, but if men stop simping and just stand on principle and be able to get past a woman's looks, women will have to do more. Women wouldn't come at you like the chick did yesterday talking about some, oh, can you send me gas money? Like what? Like, that's a turn. I was disgusted when she said that. Send you some gas money. What? I just met you. You got to put your foot down with certain things, right? If a woman thinks that you got to take her on a dinner date, or she wants you to send you money for a bit, if a woman is requiring you do things for her that you would do for a girlfriend or a wife, run. Because you got to put your foot down, because there's too many men out here just giving it all to a woman. And guess what? That woman goes sleep with the dude that ain't doing none of that. That's how it works. She go and have fun with the dude that's not doing any of that. But when you put women on a pedestal, of course they're gonna try to see, because the thing is, the reason why women come to us with this craziness and be like, send me gas money, do this for me, is because dudes are doing it for them. Dudes are doing it for them. That's why they be so bold with it. When a chick said something about gas money, I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, gas money? I said to her, literally, I was like, you know we just met, right? You know we just met. I ain't about to send you no gas money. That's ridiculous. I'm appalled that you even asked that. Super red flag. That's a red flag. The boldness of you to think that you can ask me for money. I am not your dad. I am not finna send you no gas money. You better go ask your mama. But to answer old girl's question, the beef with dinner dates is, it's not that it's boring like some dude told her. He was just kind of just trying to hide the truth. But the fact of the matter is that we don't want to invest that much money up front when we don't know if it's going to work out. That's the real thing. And then the purpose of a date is for us to get to know each other. So when women walk around, the women that walk around demanding dinner dates, we'll see how long that lasts. Because to me, that's just not a good way of going. See, women like my sister and some of my cousins, they understand that when they're dating, they can't come at a dude like that. They're cool with going to get the yogurt and stuff like that. Because we need to even first see if we're compatible before I take you on a dinner date. Dinner date? But all right, like I say on every video, guys, man, we just got to continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.